God damn it. Well, we're gonna have two parts. It was at 14. I didn't have to stop it, but yeah. I did it on accident. I tried to turn. It looked like the light kind of dim, but it's all good. So basically, this.
That's what I was kind of looking for earlier, that give no warning.
Ezekiel 3? Yeah. Thank you, sis.
So is Charleston, is it addressed to him?
Alright, you know what? And I'm gonna get this Ezekiel 2 and 10 that I already got. It's Ezekiel 3 and 17. Yeah. Ezekiel 2 and 10. Yeah, you go ahead and bring that out.
Alright, this is another one too.
Okay.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
That's right. So that's what we do, man. We give the people the warning from the Lord. Now, y'all might say, oh, hey, these brothers, they look like average goddamn niggas. Average thugs, you know? But nah, hey, the Lord washed us up a little bit, cleaned us up a little bit. And like the brother was going into earlier, I don't know if it was off camera or on camera, the Lord looks at the inward part. He doesn't look on the outward appearance, man. You know, so what you see is totally different from what the Lord sees, and you need to be more worried about your spiritual side of what the Lord sees than what your fleshly side sees. All right, so that's why you can never judge people, man. All right, hey, the scriptures say we have entertained angels unaware. So even homeless people that come up, okay, if they don't come up, belligerent or disrespectful, we'll entertain them. Probably give them a couple dollars, man. You know, because you never know. It says, hey, we have entertained angels unaware, man.
This is Ezekiel 33 and 7.
Yeah.
So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman to the house of Israel.
Yeah.
Therefore thou shalt hear thy word at my mouth and warn them from me.
See? So this is a warning from the Lord. Okay? The so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you need to repent because you are the true children of the Bible. The 12 tribes of Israel are spread out through Babylon, man, and they have certain proverbs and bywords that still stick to us to this day. You got so-called the tribe of Judah calling themselves black or African American, a combination of two land masses, which is insane. Okay, not to go too deep into all the proverbs and the bywords, but they're not. It says that we're gonna surname ourselves after Jacob, all right, after Israel. So we're coming back and claiming, okay, hey, for the most part, hey, I know my dad was a so-called Negro, okay, and his Negroes, okay, I might be Judah. Oh, my people Jamaican. Oh, I'm from the, from the tribe of Benjamin, so on and so forth, all right. But here's what I had. This is what we out here to do, all right. We're not out here to lie to you. We're not out here to skip over parts of the Bible that people need to hear to wake their ass up, man. All right, it has to be like a hard, jab to your chin, man. Like, oh, hold on, what the hell going on, man? You know what I'm saying? And that's how this word hits, man. Ezekiel 2, and I'm gonna start at 9. And when I looked, behold, at hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. What does that represent? The scriptures, right? And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. So throughout this book, there's lamentation, mourning, and woe. And every time brothers read it, and we come across certain things, all right, it puts fear in us, man. All right? It puts fear in us, man. Especially when we're not doing what we need to do for the Lord. Okay? You be slacking on your videos, you slack on you know, whatever, doing the work of the Lord, man, you be walking on eggshells, man. I'm talking, you know, first and foremost to myself, but man, I be having feelings I'm gonna die, man. I'm like, damn, I'm about to die. You know what I'm saying? And you feel that feeling in your stomach, like something bad about to happen. Shit. That's because you're not doing what the hell you need to do. You might even have that that feeling when you on point, but it feels worse when you're not on point and you're like, all right, the Lord gonna take me out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the Revelation 2 and 10 once again, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. Okay, so this whole book, all right, you know, for the most part, is about lamentations, mourning, and woe, because that's what's gonna happen before. All right, basically, there's a couple things in here that's good that in the kingdom of heaven that we got to look forward to. But we're not even going to really experience the whole totality of it until we actually get to the kingdom. You can't sit down and read and be like, oh, I'm going to be able to fly the planet, boom, 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 and then I'm going to meet 500 wives over there because brothers, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, we can't play for play. No, and then we got to get to the kingdom first. There's going to be so much hell, so much trouble and torment before we actually get there that we need to worry about that first. And then when we get to the kingdom, it's going to be like autopilot. Forever, eternity. But we got to get there. We got to do the things that are pleasing to the Lord to where he is going to look up. All right now, bro. All right. And look upon us, you know what I'm saying, in that time. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the scripture says, through much tribulation, you shall enter into the kingdom.
That's right, bro.
All right? So you're going to go through a lot before we get to that point.
Go through a hell of a lot. Brother, we're just going through a couple things that, you know, brothers go through. But, man, hey, brothers go through a whole lot of shit, man. Financial shit, your woman, kids, your family, your health.
Spiritual?
Spiritual first and foremost.
Brothers might be having damn dreams. Demons
attacking you, man. Yeah. Hey, brothers go through a lot of stuff. Some brothers, a lot is to go through that. Yeah. It is what it is, but everybody's going through the same thing. Yeah. You know, whatever your heart can take, whatever you can take, that's what the Lord He gonna put you right up to your ceiling. Yeah. Oh, you right here? Oh, this is what you can take till you go crazy? All right, I'm about to put you right there. Hey, sometimes you feel like you going crazy, but it's all good, man. So yeah, let's move on, man. So yeah, hey, let's go. Give me Jeremiah, bro, 30 and 7, man. We gonna go into it, man. You know, hey, Jacob's trouble is something that we're gonna have to go through, and we're gonna actually experience. All right, we're out here telling you Jacob's trouble is coming. That doesn't mean that we ain't gonna have to go through it. And by not having to go through it, I'm talking about as being like on another planet, or being some brothers gonna be in recluse, all right, the wilderness, but that don't mean you're gonna have a full-on buffet out there. Fresh water always available. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you still gonna have to fend for your own. You still gonna have to know which, you know, through the spirit, what's edible in these forests, how to maneuver, not to get attacked by a bear, not to do all kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just part of the battle, and we're leading up into this time of Jacob's trouble right now.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7.
Yep.
At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Yep.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That's right, he, okay? The elect from the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called Black Latinos, Native Americans, will be saved out of this hell that's to come on this earth, man. Okay? It's gonna be pure hell. You think it's hell now? People are forcing themselves to have fun. Forcing themselves, oh, let's go eat. Let's go grab a bite. Yeah, it's broke. That shit hurt. Don't order that.
That's the last kind of thing of it.
Yeah.
So going out to eat.
Yeah.
That's
like like what?
That's all you can really do in Babylon the Great.
Going out to eat.
How y'all doing?
Good. What about yourself, man? All right, now.
Right. That's like the last leg of it. That's the only kind of last little fun thing to do.
And let's be honest.
Go out to eat.
Going out to eat ain't really fun.
The hell no.
That shit's stupid.
You gotta spend hella money.
You gotta spend hella money. You gotta sit around people that be coughing and nasty and shit. Yeah. You gotta wait on your food.
You don't know who cooking it.
Right. The best thing is that if you got a day, or you just go somewhere like that's empty. But we can't do that.
Yeah.
Have a whole restaurant to yourself, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or have a restaurant, have dinner at your house. Have chefs and shit at your house. But we ain't got it like that. All right? You ain't about to go to no restaurant in the goddamn kingdom, man. You ain't about to go to Texas home or goddamn San Jose in the kingdom, man. But yeah, hey, Lamentations morning and woe, man. Read that one more time, man.
Jeremiah 30:7, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
That's right. So this day is gonna be like no other day, man. You can tally up all the days that happen. You can go to Daniel 12. You know, Daniel talked about this day, okay? Like you can tally up what all of those battles, the battles of Gettysburg, the battle, you know, these different battles that happen. So these different battles that happened that took hundreds of thousands of lives in one day.
Yep.
All right. Hey, like Elder Manazazaba say, man, the Lord is gonna he gonna break his record of killing in one day. You know how you play them games in the arcade, like, oh, you got 100 kills, that's the new record.
Yeah.
The Lord about to break a record, and that's even with the flood.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, this is worse. Dang. Good point.
It's gonna be worse than
Worse
the
than
flood.
the flood.
But it's gonna
Worse
be more
than the
people. It's gonna be more people that survive, but it's gonna be more people that die.
Yep. Worse than the famines.
Yep.
Worse than 70 AD.
Worse.
Worse than cattle slavery.
Come on, bro. And that's one day. Like, just imagine one day of chattel slavery. It's terrible. Like, you
Bro.
go everywhere around Babylon.
Bro.
That was happening in that one day.
Yeah,
Bro, this day, come on.
Imagine getting taken from your life right now and then getting put in 1860 for one day. That should be so rough, bro. You would be like, bro, there's nothing that can compare to this. I done got whooped. I done got my family got sold.
Yeah, you will come back here happy. You ain't got shit.
Yeah, bro. I don't care, bro.
Give a fuck.
Yeah. This is Daniel 12. Well, sorry, lock it. Let me finish this off first. Jeremiah 30:7 again. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That's right. So the elect of the Israelites are going to be saved out of it, man. Okay? Now, we're going to switch gears because, you know, I had to bring up, since we was talking about Jacob's trouble, but we're going to switch gears to...
It's a lot, bro. Let me, because let's go into this a little bit more. For that day is great, so that none is like it. Let's go into that. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, withstanding for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Yeah, so like the brother was going into, he called for the Daniel 12. All right, there's going to be a time like none before. And we was naming various different times that it was no times like. All right, no time. So it's worse than chattel slavery, worse than 70 AD. And really,
that's the top two that I can think of.
Yeah, bro, like you say, the flood. Really, you would think the flood would be the worst of the worst because only what? 8 people survived?
8 souls.
So you would think that would be the worst time in history on earth.
Yeah.
Because only 8 people survived. But the Lord is saying it's going to be worse than that because the flood, everybody got taken out.
In a horrible way, drowning.
Yeah, you know.
Come on, bro.
Drowning. But they didn't have to go through tribulation after tribulation after tribulation. That shit hurt, drowning.
That shit hurt.
Ain't no telling how long the Lord made them suffer and all that.
But just imagine going through hell and then having to drown. You going through pure fuck. Hey, that's a beautiful point, bro. I ain't never thought about that. You going through pure hell and then the flood comes. Bro, we going through pure hell right now and then the missiles coming. This the worst death ever. This the second death, man. It's got its own name. The first death was the flood. All right, while we got that covenant of the rainbow. All right, his orders is not going to pass. So we gonna claim back the rainbow in the kingdom.
Hell yeah, I was about to say something about that.
Yeah, we gonna see. And it's gonna be on. It's gonna be in 4K, 100K, 104K. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be so bright. Might be able to walk on that mud. You know how to
little rainbow.
But yeah, man.
It's gonna be a rainbow every day. In righteousness, man.
Yeah.
Because these people have, brothers did lessons on it. I didn't deal with on. These people have taken that beautiful symbol and tainted it to something. The most wickedest thing
Despicable.
low-key album, man.
Like an abomination straight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they tainted something beautiful, a covenant from the Lord,
That he won't
and
kill
made
us
it
no more by water.
an abomination.
Got a lot of shit to pay for, man.
Now you can't even wear it. Say if you wanted to have it on your garment.
Nah,
Brothers
motherfuckers
don't be.
think- yeah.
Brothers will know what it means, but you
Brothers
wouldn't go
know.
out on the highways and byways
Yeah,
with,
with a straight rainbow.
on your
like,
garment. People gonna be like, so what y'all like?
what is y'all preaching about?
Cause
You probably gonna have a crowd.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
You probably gonna get a crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the latter part of it, it says, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time. This is the point right here in the latter. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And who was written in the book? The elect. All right, the 144K and that 1/3 remnant.
Right.
That's who's written in the book of life. That's who's going to be delivered from taking trouble.
Yeah, that's right.
So like, you know, you about to switch. You saying you were saying you about to switch gears.
No, that's a beautiful point, man. We might just stay on this, man, because yeah, we like that. Let's go to let's talk about World War III. Man. Let's get it. And, you know, hey, let's go to Revelation 9 while it's fresh.
Got that good breakdown. Huh?
Yeah. So, hey, you know, we said that, hey, the prophets that have been before us and before the of old, both prophesied against many countries and great kingdoms, okay, of evils, pestilences, you know, rough to paraphrasing, but that's, hey, and that's what we're out here to do, man. We really feel this in our heart, and we know for sure that this is happening. Yep. Now, the Lord did it to where, hey, he got the men that are sincere out here looking like fools, man. Okay, it says with the foolishness of preaching, okay, it pleased the Lord. Okay, so look, we got our royal garments on. We don't think this is embarrassing, man. We feel priestly, you know. We feel priestly when we in these garments, man. And we're supposed to be wearing garments. A t-shirt like Elder Apostle Kabar went into is a sign of disrespect, pretty much, wearing a t-shirt out in public as a man. We always had garments, and you know, like them damn Arabs be they done hijacked our swag.
Talking about in their long
Yeah,
shit
with
and
their
they pass
long
up
shit.
under it.
Yeah, and they pass up on it. That's a light, you know, and it be light, so you can wear it in the summertime, but it be breezy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. They done hijacked our swag, man, but we gonna take it back.
With the meat tree?
With the meat tree, all that. Yep. So let's go, let's switch gears. Let's go to Revelation 9. We don't get a part of that because we just went through the breakdown, of course.
Start at the top.
Yeah, let's start at the top.
It's Revelation chapter 9.
Now, Slaki, all right, yeah, hey, we getting into this because, hey, the Lord talks about war, okay? Now, this third war's war is going to be the war to end all wars, man. All right, Yahushua is going to end, he's going to appear in the midst of this final world war, man, and we're going to show you that in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. After this book.
This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 1. And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit.
Now we're gonna go really fast through this, but you know, this is basically going into World War I. Okay? And that pit, as we know, is talking about Europe. Okay?
And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power.
Yeah, so hey, the scorpions power is in their sting, right? Okay, so this sting, okay, was on the end of these war fighters, man. These dog fighters, these planes. Alright?
And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of the Most High in their forehead.
That's right. So that's how you know it's not talking about locusts, because of the, you know, not touching any greenery. And then if they didn't have the seal of the elect, okay, in them, hey, they were gonna die. And you know, that goes into what? The parents and the four parents of the elect. Okay, Elder Pastor Hart went into this a while ago. and, I mean, this is the breakdown, okay?
Yeah, because,
You know,
because Jake was fighting in those wars.
that's right. Jake was in those wars, and the prophets are here today. And where did they come from? Those men.
Yeah.
So those men had a special tawa on them,
Yeah.
a special mark,
Yeah.
even then.
Yeah.
Because that judgment then was what? A damn bullet,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
damn missile.
Yeah.
You know, they have
knife.
missiles, but they had
Yeah.
like them RPGs, the
Yeah.
rocket propelled grenades and shit.
Yeah.
They said they had a little technology now.
A little knife to the
Yeah, a
gut.
little knife to the gut. They had them shits on the end of the bayonets.
Yeah.
Your ass get shot in the end.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
All type of shit, man.
Yeah.
Like it say in Isaiah 9, wait, Jeremiah 9. Wait, Isaiah?
Isaiah.
Confused, you know? Yeah.
It says, and to them it was
Read
given,
down to the part, these woe, the third one, yeah.
and to
I mean,
them,
keep going.
first woe was
Yeah,
past
but
the
stop
second.
it.
Okay. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man.
Yeah, so that pain that they felt the whole totality of if you got stung by a scorpion. And that could be anything, getting shot, getting a bullet in you,
Leg
getting a
blown
stab, yeah, leg blown off by a damn, the motherfucking, I forgot them shit's called, landmines and shit. You know what I'm saying? Grenades, all type of shit, man. You know? And you had to deal with that pain because that was before what? The medical technology. That was before anesthesia. That was before things that you could put in your body to help you better deal with pain.
And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them.
Yeah, so, hey, you want to die because, hey, sometimes death is better than some pain, man, than certain pains. You like, Lord, just take my spirit.
Yeah, you ever had a bad toothache?
What?
You be like, man, I'd rather fucking die.
Yeah,
Headache or whatever, you know?
all type of shit.
Brother,
man.
some people have been shot, like, man, I'd
Yeah.
rather damn die than
Brother
deal with
been
this.
shot.
Yep.
Yep.
It says, and the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads
All right.
were as it were crowns like gold, and their
Los
faces,
Israelitas.
Con. and their faces, were as the faces of men.
Yeah. So like I don't know if they was Israelites or not. They look like they was northern side though. Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Said, and the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle.
Yeah, going into the nomenclature of the actual planes.
And on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men.
Yeah, pilots.
And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions.
Going to the helmets that they used to, those German warfighters used to wear, man. You know.
And they had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle.
Yep. So, you know, especially back then, that technology before the suppressors and all you heard was straight propeller action. You know what I'm saying? Like, doo 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 doo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months.
Yeah. You had not only guns on the front, but you had gunners that the pilot, you know, they'll drive a certain way, and the gunner will be at the back and just light some shit up. You know what I'm saying?
And that 5 months goes into what? 5 years, right?
Yeah.
That's how long that war lasted. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and they were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue his name is Apollyon.
That's right. It's going into Kaiser Wilhelm. All right, and it's going into read that part a little bit ahead of talks about the Kaiser.
It says, and they had a king over them.
No, upper part.
Oh, and they had tails like unto scorpions, and they were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months.
Okay, the duration of the war. Go ahead.
And they had a king over them,
Okay,
which is the angel of the bottomless pit,
yeah.
whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, But in the Greek tongue, his name is Apollyon.
Yeah, going into Kaiser Wilhelm.
Verse 12, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
Now, see, that's why you got to have the Rakakwadash. That's why you got to have the Holy Spirit, man, to be able to decide and understand these dark sayings. Okay? Like I said the other day in one of my lessons, try opening up this book whatever the time before you got into these scriptures, man. I'm talking about before you even got deep. Let's just talk about before you even touch the surface level, before you even start learning milk. Try to break this down. You don't have to be like, and I always think about that. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine picking this up in 2010.
You know what that war we're talking about?
Yeah,
Scorpions, locusts.
Scorpions and locusts. You would think it's bugged out, but it's actually a dark saying that only the elect supposed to get, man. Hey, praise ye Yahweh, Shem Yahweh. All right, so yeah, one woe has passed and two woes are coming after, man. Come hereafter. Let's talk about World War II and World War III. Okay, let's get 2nd Esdras 13 real fast, bro.
All right, and real quick before that, now which one? That's why this book is a book of prophecy, because this was speaking. John was speaking on these things before any of these wars had happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was prophesying about World War I, and then he prophesied about World War II and III.
Weird. Hot kids.
And what has come to pass after one? World War II. Okay? So he prophesied about that, and that has happened. So you know what? That third one is coming. I got one real quick. This is Revelation 11 and 14.
Yep.
The second woe is past.
That's right.
And behold, the third woe coming quickly. See?
Oh.
So he was speaking, prophesying about World War II happening, and how that third one's coming quickly. And we're in a time of that third war coming quickly. Okay? You say 1 second, 13.
Because what's so pivotal about this third world's war, the Lord is actually going to appear in between this third world's war, man, in the midst thereof. Yeah. Man, the snow was like, well, she was bad. She was looking at us. You know that little oh, man. It was like, hey, Slock, we saw a bad little Ammonite roll bike. Yeah, I know she just had that little blank look at her after that.
That's why, man, you going off, you saying you can't deal with other nations.
What?
What would be bad?
Them Indian women, bruh.
Other nations be bad.
Them other nations bad. King Solomon loved them Edomite women, bro. Just imagine how bad. Yeah, like El Pastor Hard, bro. You can't lie and say ain't no bad Edomite women on this earth. If you is, your ass lying for real.
You don't watch TV. You say if you don't see it, you don't watch TV.
You don't watch TV. You don't go outside.
Yeah, what the fuck you mean?
You go outside, see a bad.
Your ass in the damn hood all day.
Yeah. That's your problem. You ain't got no cable and you in the hood all day. You ain't got no Wi-Fi. You in the hood.
Yeah, I was in the hood all fucking day.
Shit.
Your ass downtown.
Yeah, bro, your ass down. Go somewhere. Baddies out here, but yeah, man.
You was about to speak on Revelation. I mean, 2nd Esdras 13, bro.
Yeah. Did you bring it out for me, bro? You got it.
Yeah, I got it on there. We start it out.
Let's start at the top, bro. Let me lead it up, bro. So like that. She can plug me up too,
bro, I seen it too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
But yeah. And the thing that makes World War III so pivotal is that first and foremost, now the technology is upgraded. Now you have what we call thermonuclear missiles, all right? And we're gonna go into some thermonuclear missile talk too, man, because thermonuclear missiles are in the scriptures, and the Lord is actually gonna use them to look that bird. Look, bird. What's up, man? Yeah. He just came inside there. Was like, yeah. And them birds usually don't even come that close. Them little orange, them Orioles.
That's an Oreo.
Yeah, they don't be coming that close, man. But yeah. Salakia. Hey, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the third World War and the nuclear missiles. But this chapter is so beautiful. Okay, it talks about Yahushua coming in the midst of World War III and the reason why they enacted a space force. Okay? Ain't no telling what these angels are manifesting to NASA and all these top scientists, man. They're losing their minds. All right? And they're finding out that black people inhabit these ships, not no green alien ET looking Joe, man. Black, so-called dark-skinned men with afros are in these in these spacecrafts, man. And they ain't gonna tell you that. All right? What they want to do is play on your mind and give you these movies to where you think that the inhabitants of these spacecrafts are aliens or they're green aliens looking crazy. No, they're the actual angels of the Lord, man.
This is 2nd Ezra 13:1, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there rose a wind from the sea that it moved all the ways thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Okay, hey, precept upon precept, line upon line. Let's link this up in the New Testament about that him. Who is him? Yahushua is him. He is him. Jay like to say, I'm him. Nah, Yahushua him. Let's go to the book of Jude, okay? Because it says the thousands of heaven, right? This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 14. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these. Okay, so he was in that garden prophesying of this very day that we're about to talk about right now. Saying, Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds that they have ungodly committed, and of all their harsh speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. They just said ungodly about 7 times when they talking about the non-elect, and most importantly the non-elect, but you know, the heathens as well, because they don't even have a form of godliness, man. All right, we got 2/3 of our people walking around here with a form of godliness, okay, but it just ain't it. Okay, you might have your pastor, he moonwalking and shit, got a Rolex on, $100,000 damn Benz, you know what I'm saying? And then and what our people do? They equate gain with godliness, which, like the brother was saying, Jake on that other day, man. I'm motorized bike. That's good exercise too. Salakia. Yeah, our people like to equate gain with godliness, man. But that's not the case. The Lord's gonna have most of his men in low positions. Don't get me wrong. The Lord gonna look out, okay? But hey, a lot of us ain't overly rich, man. And for the most part, if you are overly rich, you're probably not a teacher or a prophet, okay? But you're a helper. Cause I know they looking. Hey, starting at the top, GMS on down, man. Y'all look out for the elders and apostles, man.
Yeah, Nick Cannon.
Look out, yeah, right. Yeah.
Throw some bread to
$100K. That's a cup of water. If I wasn't in the truth and I had money, I'd be like, you know what? Let me.
Where you at, Kendrick? Where you at,
Yeah,
Kendrick?
yeah, where you at? And 20,000 ain't nothing to y'all.
Yeah.
I bought an 83 Cutlass for the weekend.
Yeah.
You shut up, nigga. Get an 83 Cutlass to a brother. But yeah, man. It's a lot.
It says, verse 2nd Ezra 13:4. Yeah. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth fire.
And that's gonna be everybody, man, that's on the planet Earth for the most part. But everybody over here in Babylon the Great, because when it talks about the lake of fire, it talks about Babylon the Great. Okay, in the scriptures, it talks about America being the Lord's altar. All right, the Lord needs an altar, a sacrifice at Basra. All right, modern day Basra represents what? America. Okay, this is the stronghold of the Edomites. All right, the stronghold even of the Edomites in Britain, because Great Britain still owns the majority of America. People don't like to talk about that, but their flag is still the same. What we speak over here, English. They speak proper English over there, bro. they speak the proper English over there. We just speak a little bastardized. I mean, all of it's bastardized, but yeah. you can see. And what the scriptures say, the mother shall be sore confounded. Let's talk about Great Britain when these thermonuclear missiles tagged this motherfucking place, man. Where you was at? Because we're gonna go into some thermonuclear missiles after that, right?
Verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Now that's why you got space forces. That's why you got this heightened level of security in the heavens now. Why all of a sudden they want to monitor what's going in, what's happening in space? They want to do this and do that. They want to have a presence in space. All right, America already got a presence, got an embassy, got in pretty much damn near every fucking country, man. All right, now you want to take over space, man. The Lord done with you, man. All right, hey, the scriptures talk about how us Israelites, we are the only people that gets punished by measure from the Lord. So if we go off, the Lord be like, all right, I'm gonna put your ass in slavery for this amount of years. I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do this to you. But with the heathen, the Lord does not have no type of cap that he puts on their judgment, man. He has no limit. He has no mercy when he judges these other nations. That's why ultimately their judgment is gonna be 1,000 years of hardcore slavery and then living under the Israelites after that. But then even going further, since Esau Edom did the most, they gonna die after. They're gonna get burnt after, man. Hey, and that's still mercy from the Lord, because, man, when you think about it, man, not only this thermonuclear missile fight, it's gonna be so traumatic. Like, I'm speaking as a man, you got Jake that's gonna be in there, the 2/3. They gonna be kind of scared of fire in the kingdom, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, calm down. Oh, you shaking. Yeah, you all right. Yeah. Yeah. Just using imagination. But yeah, man. They said, hey, everlasting contempt, shame. So, yeah, man.
Verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it.
All right, and that's that fathership. That's the chariot that Yahushua is gonna make his grand appearance on. Okay? Because he said, well, he's gonna come, he's not gonna meet thee as a man. And then the angels, when he left, okay, he says, while thou gazest in the sky, pretty much they was saying, hey, pick your jaw up. Hey, Yahushua coming back. This Yahushua is coming back in the same manner that he left. So he was abducted, translated, all right, by, a ship, and he's going to come back in likewise manner on the ship. And Lord willing, we be a part of that number that's going to be on that ship with him, man.
Yeah,
hey,
the chariot is going to be big. That's why the scriptures say every eye shall see him.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, this thing going to be as big as the earth, man. I mean, it's going to look like, the Lord can have it the way it looks like it. You can just look, and everywhere you see to an end, it's the chariot. You know what I'm saying? That's how big it's going to have to be. You know?
It's a lot like the sun.
Yeah.
Bigger than that. Yeah. Every eye shall see it.
Yeah.
From the east to the west.
From the east to the west. That's right, bro.
Yep. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
So he couldn't tell where it started from or where it... That's a demon there.
Yeah, when he walked past it,
Yeah. Yeah, do that, bro.
Verse 7, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. So Ezra could not tell where this chariot started or where it ended, because it was so huge. That fathership.
Yeah. It was outside of his comprehension. It was outside of his depth perception. That's what that is. When you could tell from afar where how big. Like, even if we look at this down, we can see, okay, that.
Like the building. All right, the building start right there, and right there.
He didn't even know where. Yeah, we can see it started from the ground and then it ended right there. Nah, Ezra couldn't even see where it started or where it finished at. That's how big that thing was. Just imagine looking around and all you see is chariot. That's What? That's all you see. Like, dang. And that's the whole landmass. Pretty much wherever you see, you can run 20 miles that way.
Yep.
Still don't hit the end of that chair.
Yep.
Bro, that's a big chair.
Dang.
Yeah, shoot.
And for the whole world to see it, oh my God,
Bro, it's gonna be amazing, bro. And we just have this finite amount of imagination that we have. Yeah, can't even. That's why, hey, Paul said neither I have seen nor ear have heard the things that the Lord have prepared for them that love Him. Okay, this is a labor of love that we're doing right now. You know, hey, a lot of Jake like to honor the Lord with this. The Lord ain't dealing with that. He want to see action, man. He want to see if you really love Him. All right, are you gonna come out here on the highways and the byways while you catch a pure hell? You're gonna be doing your lessons. You're gonna be studying. You're gonna be watching videos. You're gonna be reading. You're still gonna be praying. He's looking at all that. You got to understand that the Lord, the angels don't rest. He don't rest. And you got to operate to where the Lord looking at you, you thinking that, and He is looking at you 100% throughout the day, 24/7. But then when you think about it, you maneuver different. Like, you know what? I ain't about to do this. Lord, see it. Because sometimes we'll do stuff, not saying that we hiding it from the Lord, but not thinking that He see it right then. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's in the scriptures. I forgot which prophet it was. He was like, basically, there's so many people on the earth, the Lord ain't gonna notice him or whatever. Yeah. But the Lord noticed everything. Yeah. And when He got His angels watching, you know.
Yeah. And the angels don't miss a beat, bro. They coming back. Hey, this is their whole job. Yeah. They whole duty. Yeah. Hey, Lord said, what you call don't hit the ground without Him knowing, man. Yeah. Lord, but anyway, let's just, you bug out and think about that.
Yeah, for real, bro. You don't go.
Oh, Lord, watch me right now. Hold on.
How the Lord watch me right now?
Yeah.
That's why you just gotta leave it as He is.
Then you don't look at that one person.
It says,
hey, don't be over righteous much, man.
Verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue Him were sore afraid, and yet there is fight.
That's right. So in World War III, you're gonna have these space cadets, these goddamn space people, these space whatever you want to call them.
Space soldiers.
Yeah, space soldiers. That's the perfect word, actually. Space soldiers. Okay, that their whole job. See, if you in the military, get out. Because basically being in the military or being a police officer or anything like that, a public servant, it's going against the Lord. You basically saying you want to be a Roman centurion and that you are standing by whatever this government has in place. And you know who run the government. So, hey, get out of that military if anybody in the military, man. Because ultimately, what you training for is to fight against your house shot. Yeah. They ain't not telling you that. Yeah. When you got to go in the gas chamber and you got to shoot this many rounds and pass your target practice and all that. No, they're not telling you that you're gonna have to fight against your house side. That's why they got you like this, man. So hey man, but when they see this visage of the Lord, man, because the Lord does not look how everybody thinks He looks. He don't have shaggy hair. He doesn't look like you can beat him up. Because every time I see Cesare Borgia, I'm like, I can whoop him. You know what I'm saying? But your house shot, hey, he got that dark skin, the red, piercing eyes. Hey, man, you ain't even going to be able to look at him.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that's like a damn handsomer Shaq, man.
Yeah. Or like Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, a big Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
Someone with stature that you would fit.
Yeah. That's not.
They outside fight that tall,
man. It's gonna go into how he was the tallest. He was the youngest and the tallest out of all of them. They said, "Who's this young tall man?" The outside.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
Yeah.
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
That's right. So that's going into the thermonuclear missile fire, but then it's also talking about the concentrated fire out of these chariots, man, which they got more power, more capacity of a nuke, because it's pure energy from the Lord. Okay, that Sodom and Gomorrah, what you think that fire and brimstone was? That was thermonuclear missile technology.
Yeah, that's why.
That's exactly what it was, man.
Yeah.
That's why that land ain't inhabited
I
right
was about
now.
to
It's
say
got
that.
radiation and all type of shit.
Yeah,
Why the fuck it's got radiation, bro?
Yep.
That's thermonuclear. The Lord gonna use that same technology.
Except for that's the Lord's thermonuclear.
Yeah.
That's why that brother said. That's why that place was never inhabited again.
It can't. Because you're gonna have the
Got hit with
motherfuckers.
the fire from the chariots.
Yep.
That's why what? Babylon the Great is never going to be inhabited.
That's right, bro.
Because once that them zaps from the chariots hit it, it's over with,
The
man.
zaps.
It's uninhabitable once the chariots, when that chariot fire hit it.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah. That's right, bro. That's beautiful. Hey, once that chariot fire hits anything, man, it's a wrap, man. They got this movie that I'm low-key kind of excited about, Oppenheimer.
Cause look, Esau Edom bombs and this. Look what they did to Iraq, Iran. They bombed the shit out that place.
Yeah.
Hiroshima.
Nagasaki.
But look, they built that shit back up though.
Yeah.
It's still radiation. It's still messed up.
Yeah.
Alright? But they still rebuilt it over there.
That's right.
It's still inhabited.
Yep.
Because that was that man-made fire that hit it.
That's right, bro.
Alright, but when that Lord fire hit it, that's it.
That's right.
But when the chariots, when Esau fire hit, this place is gonna be over too. But that's because it's gonna be what mixed in with the Lord's fire, man.
Right. Yeah, finish up on that, bro. That's a beautiful point, by the way.
Yep.
Finish up on that, and then you know what it's like.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived.
So it's gonna look like an innumerable multitude, okay? Cause hey, it's gonna be hundreds of thousands and thousands of damn troops. May I say millions?
Yep.
Not coming from just Babylon,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
and
say.
all 5, 6
Beautiful.
sects of that. I'm talking about all of the military around the world. They're gonna be fighting against Yahushua, because you gotta look. He coming from the dimensions,
Yep.
so you can be over in Russia, and you gonna see him come. He gonna be right there in that same spot as you sitting there in damn Columbia, South Carolina. You gonna be like, oh, he right there. Everybody gonna see him and say, all eyes.
Yep.
How you think that's gonna happen?
Yeah, like the brothers beautifully, I was going to say that too. All armies, all nations are going to try to fight, man.
Yeah.
Ain't one of the presidents said if something happens, a so-called outer space entity comes, well, can they get along and fight that?
Yeah.
I forgot, that's rough paraphrasing. But it says, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke.
Yeah.
When I saw this, I was afraid.
See, hey, and Ezra was seeing this vision, and he was so afraid, man. Just imagine when it actually go down. All right, Ezra was seeing a vision, but the Lord was showing him a vision. So when you seeing something, a little part of him is like, okay, well, it's a vision. I'm seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Not, knowing that he wasn't totally in that mug, but wait till it happens and we witness it. Lord willing, some of us brothers because, hey, brothers gonna have to die on this side too. Brothers gonna have to die in Jacob's trouble. Brothers gonna have to die not taking that charagma. Hey, we understand death is a part of it, but we understand that death is not the end all be all. Yahushua conquered death for us, man. That's what coming and believing on Yahushua so strongly, it pretty much makes everything make sense. That was it. Let's get into let's get into some thermonuclear missiles and shit. Little bit that kind of let's go to Revelation 16, because the scriptures talk about the devastation of these thermonuclear missiles that's going to happen, man. It says that, hey, the earth is gonna wheel to and fro like a drunkard. Okay? You gonna have the angels holding pieces of the earth together so it don't, because the Lord said what? The Lord bound by his word. The Lord said, heaven and earth shall not pass. You know what I'm saying? So basically, earth is not gonna be destroyed. The Lord said it's not gonna be destroyed. We know it's not gonna be destroyed. Yeah. All right? And you're gonna have angels that's holding part of this planet together. This is how oh man, this is how crazy this destruction gonna be, man. Oh man. Go ahead.
In Revelation 16:1, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth.
That's right.
And the first went and poured out of his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sword upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image.
That's right. So, hey, whoever gonna have that mark, man, it's that grievous sword. That's talking about. When you look it up, it goes into cancer, man. So whoever take that before you even die, you gonna be wanting to chop your hand off. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, if that ain't punishment alone to not take this thing before the actual missile fire, then y'all people just retarded, man. I read that and be like, you know what? I don't even want that sword.
For real.
I want that damn sword. I do it out there, but hey. To each his own.
And that's how you know this thing is something that's going to be in you.
Yeah.
Because what that mark is talking about in Revelation 13, 14, 15, and 16, man.
Yep.
All right.
Kragma.
It says, and the second angel poured out his veil fire upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man. Every living soul died in the sea. And the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and fountains of waters, and they became blood.
Let's get down to the talk about wormwood. The water's turning to wormwood. I got a precept. Let me bring out Isaiah. Actually, let me go, since I told you to get it. Let me go to see where I want it. Again, I'm gonna get to Isaiah 13. Hey, cause the prophet Isaiah saw this same vision, man, and saw the earth wheeling to and fro like a drunkard. Revelation 16. Yeah, let's start at 8. Well, start at 8 and read down.
Revelation 16 and 8, and the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And when men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of the Most High, which had power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory.
See, that's how you know, because that this thermonuclear missile fire is likened unto a plague. Damn, where's that at? Zephaniah 4. This is the plague that go the whole earth. Ooh, I think that's Zephaniah. Zephaniah 4. This is the plague. Oh no, Zechariah 4. Yeah, give me Zechariah 4, bro. This is the plague that go off over the whole earth. I believe that's it. Yeah, let's link that up beautifully with actually, you know what? Let me look it up, bro. I don't think
See, I'm thinking about the other one.
bear with us for a moment. This is the plague. Yeah, Zechariah 14.
14.
Yeah, Zechariah 14.
5.
12.
It's Zechariah 14 and 12.
Yeah. Now linking it up because it said, it said that they didn't repent. All right, because and the Lord has control over the plagues. Now, what plague is that talking about? That's going to scourge men with fire. It's talking about the plague of what? The thermonuclear missiles, man, and the chariots as well. But it's going to say chariots.
All right, it's Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Yeah. Hey, Terminator 2. Hey, brothers and the apostles done put us on game. Hey, man, Jake ain't gonna watch Terminator 2 unless the elders have said something about it, man. Terminator 2, Sarah O'Connor, man. It's a beautiful depiction of how this nuclear fire is gonna literally melt your skin off, your eyes in your holes, tongue in your mouth. Okay, and while this happening, you're gonna have certain people that's gonna blaspheme the Lord because their judgment already happening and it's gonna hurt so bad. That's how you know that you're gonna be alive for a certain point to feel that. It's just easy to be like, all right, shit, yeah, I'm gonna die. Nah, Lord will keep your ass from burning. He gonna let you feel that for whatever time period he wants you to have it. Come on, man. I don't want no part of that.
It says, verse 9, and men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of the Most High, which hath power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory.
See, hey, the Lord wants his glory, man. Hey, if you don't give the Lord, if you don't first and foremost repent, and to repent, that's beautiful. Good segue. To repent, you have to be an Israelite. Only the Israelites can repent because they were given the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only people that need salvation. Salvation from what? The punishment of these thermonuclear missiles. That's what you want to be saved from. Jacob's trouble, of course, but hey, you don't want to be a part of that lake of fire. So we need salvation, the Israelites. All right? And he has power over these plagues because, and the scriptures also talk about, hey, his spirit is going to be in these thermonuclear missiles, man. Okay? He going to have the angels directing wherever they need to go. Every spot is going to get hit, man. It says their storehouses shall be suddenly empty. Something like that. That's talking about every missile that's made going to get shot off. Every missile. In that brigandine, in that armory, in that Shiloh, every missile they got. Even if they don't press the button, the Lord gonna have that bitch malfunction because there's so much going on. Ain't nobody gonna know if we're gonna start firing.
Like in one of those X-Men, when all the missiles just started going off. Ain't nobody pressed it.
Yeah.
It just started.
It started going off.
Well, really, it was the dude. I forgot.
Magneto?
Yeah, he made everything go off.
Yeah.
That's it. But who is that? That's the Lord, man. They ain't pressed some things, but every ICBM went off.
Yeah, that was the old one, ain't it?
Nah, I think it was kind of a new one.
I gotta go watch that.
Yeah.
Let me get Isaiah 13, bro.
I don't think it was like one of the. If another one came out before that, it was
Okay.
before that. Which one was it like?
Oh, I got you. I got Isaiah 13. Yeah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter. I'm gonna start at the top and then skip to where I need to go. Isaiah 13 and 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Now let's go to. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, the angels, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. This is World War III. This is the Lord bringing together all of these nations, okay, for World War III. All right, and what's the central point that they're going to meet over there in the Middle East? The Valley of Jehoshaphat, aka the Valley of Yehoshaphat. All right, the Valley of the Lord's Judgment. Okay, which is what? Around the Mediterranean Sea or whatever.
I understand that.
Around that area. Yeah. Tumultuous noise of the kingdom, the nation got together, the Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So all of these countries that have thermonuclear missile capability, capabilities, they're going to use them in the near future, man. All right? It talks about Russia totally destroying America. Okay? These other nations, all right, the scriptures say that they should hate her and burn her with fire. All these other nations hate America. And it's going to show when them thermonuclear missiles enter the atmosphere. And it's going to be too late then. Yeah, what your missile defense system is going to do? It can only do so much. The Iron Dome, what's it going to do? The Lord going to impede that. He's going to have a way around that. You gonna get this work. You gonna get this work, man.
The Lord gonna shut all the missile defenses down.
Yeah.
When they ain't working.
All right now. Yeah. Verse 6, howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. So that's what we're doing. We out here howling, man. Telling the people that, hey, the Lord is about to destroy this place, man. But before that, there's a time period called Jacob's trouble, okay? And then even after that, before the thermonuclear missiles, you're going to have, when it talks about in the book of Revelation, the 3rd chapter, the hour of temptation, which shall take over the whole world, man. AKA, this system being set up and you having to choose whether you're going to be a part of this system or you're going to believe in the Lord, okay? Whether you're going to make Esau Edom your God, or you going to take up the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is the only true living Father. It's coming down to the nitty gritty, man. And you have to choose. And we out here to tell all the Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the so-called Israelites of the Bible, that they are the chosen people. Okay? And you have a thing called Israelite foreigners. All right? Hey, it's Israelites that's not going to look like Israelites. All right? And we know that, but, we just say... But yeah, let me read a couple more in this. Therefore shall it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. So this, I don't care how much training you got, man, this military, all the militaries combined, if they was on one page, couldn't hold a candle to Yahweh's name. You know what I'm saying? One angel can destroy every military. But, hey, the Lord's using overkill. That's how mad he is, and that's how he let these sins reach to heaven, man. He let it build up to where this, I think it's talking about Revelation 14, that sea of glass. And the ones that got the victory gonna be looking in the ozone layer at the destruction and still be scared. Dang, Lord. In spiritual bodies. How you be a little nervous in spiritual bodies? It's the Lord, man. Still gonna feel the Lord. I'm gonna read to 9. And they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So the Lord is coming back with pure death, pure hell, pure destruction to the ungodly, to the sinners. Okay? And that's why we're out here to tell the people, the Blacks, Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, that you are Israelites. Repent and come back to the power, to the Lord, to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua before it is too late. Okay. Yeah, we're going to end it with that. It look like it's about to come down out here. Lord willing, that was edifying, man. We're going to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.